Hi guys. Jessica, maybe you want to say a few words. It's back to our favorite call of the week. Good to see everyone. It's been a great week again. What's been going on, Jessica?
Yes, hi Hemal and everyone on this call. First of all, thank you so much for attending this call. As Hemal said, it is our favorite call of the week where we get to meet so many people and get to know how everyone is trying to make a difference. From my end, Hemal, we have cracked on this amazing deal of working with Anne for the Click to Learn thing. And that is one of the greatest wins that we've had for this entire week. It's a pilot project wherein we will be working with school kids in Gujarat on their English language development, considering the fact that an entire year has been passed where students have not been to school physically. So we are trying to make some space in the digital arena and see how students can be benefited from better English speaking skills through this platform, which we are trying to work with. So yeah, that's one of the great things that have come about this week from my end. Thanks, Hemant.
Unbelievable. And it's really exciting program. I'm glad that you're going to be taking the lead with that, Jessica. And just for everybody else on the call, like, you come from an academic background and been working on this. How is it now in terms of practical non-profit work to be executing that, in terms of the study of what we're going to be doing? Like children, like just for everybody to understand, in India, children have not been able to go to school for over a year, and schools have been closed, and there's for the more vulnerable children, there's no access to education. So what we're doing is a program where we can give them via mobile phones access to English learning skills from zero knowledge of English to a position of strength, where they can actually get a City and Guilds certificate as well. So it's a really wonderful program, and it's just going to cost £10 per child to do that tuition service and program that we're looking to develop. So, Jessica, I just wanted to get your thought on how are we going to measure where the children are now and where they get to? What's your thoughts on that?
Yes, so this is something that comes with experience of an academic background, Himal, as you said. We will first try and figure out a place where we can really experiment with a group of school children who will be exposed to this entire platform. And then we will also do an impact assessment after they've used this for about 3 months. We will take up certain interviews and focus groups and things like that to determine how they have impacted from where they are currently, which can be on a scale of 0 to 10, around say 3, to where they will be in the coming months. So
Brilliant,
yes.
brilliant. Looking forward to that. All right, so Anik, welcome to the call. This is something we do every week. It's a very kind of quick and 2 or 3 minute conversation with lots of different people, updating. It's a great chance to learn actually what Go Dharmic is and how we're working together to try and make a difference. So the call is called Make a Difference, and I know you've kind of been blindsided a bit by John into the conversation, but I'd love to understand from your perspective what making a difference means to you. And I can see you have all these various realms that you're working on, marketing and public relations and other areas. John has been incredibly helpful in terms of providing a phone line to power our service throughout the whole pandemic, and it's helped us mobilize, more than 3 million meals to vulnerable people. He's putting internet in our Hampstead charity shop, and he's done it all voluntarily and out of the kindness of his heart. What does making a difference mean to you, and how can we as individuals and as a community be better?
Thank you, Hemal. Well, first of all, so I had not heard of you until John mentioned the organization, and I was very impressed. So I work with John Pentel of Penn Telecom, helping with his marketing, communication, LinkedIn profile. So at every time we can, we try to mention Go Dharmic on LinkedIn, and actually I'm writing an article for John at the moment where we are going to mention Go Dharmic again. So we are trying to increase awareness, as much as we can. So I hope that's okay with you. And if you want to flag anything you want us to mention or like or share, just say so, because we will gladly do so. So that's the first thing I wanted to say. And then as I got working with John, I started to look at your website, see what you are doing. And this is very highly interesting to me. For me, making a difference, a number of areas. First of all, children's education and young girls' education is critical for me. I mean, sadly, because of the way, you know, I was not born in the UK, so I couldn't help anybody with the English language. And if anybody wants to learn French, let me know. So I think, yeah, children's education is important. Another area for me making a difference is giving a voice to those who haven't got a voice. So, you know, a lot of women around the world haven't got enough of a voice. I was very lucky to have been brought up in a country where I could go to business school, I could become very senior in big corporates, but I know it's not the case for it hasn't been the case for many women of my generation, and it's still not the case for a lot of younger women. So if I can help in, you know, educating women and giving them a voice, that's very important to me too. By the way, guys in the room, not just women, but you know, it's more difficult probably for women
for sure.
develop a voice and be assertive and do what they want to do. So that's another area for me. And clearly, you know, helping practically every which way we can. I mean, my area of expertise is marketing, communication. You know, I'm not afraid to put messages across, and if I can help that way, I would be delighted to do that.
Oh, that would be incredible. I mean, it's like, you know, because of the name and the organization with a big go at the front of it, it's all about outreach and creating awareness of and giving voice to people that, as you say, don't have a voice. So we have a call every Monday. I believe it's at 1:30 or 2 o'clock, where we discuss social media, we discuss digital outreach, and you know how we can use these various platforms, like you mentioned, LinkedIn and other platforms, to kind of give voice to the causes. And environment is a big area of focus this year for us, where we want to try and promote environmental action as much as possible as well. So we would love if you could join us for one of those calls and actually have a deep dive into what we're currently doing. I think you could really help us to raise awareness and to do more, to reach more people. It would be great if you're open to that.
By all means, send me the details, and if I'm around, you know, I would gladly join you. That'd be great.
Oh, fantastic! Really appreciate that. Thank you, Annick. These kind of areas, like sometimes I feel that, you know, the digital or online volunteering or support is more important than the actual offline one. Like, you know, we can mobilize people to do food distribution, we can mobilize people to deliver libraries and develop that stuff, but actually developing the overall strategy and helping us tell the story of the people who are making a difference is really an important thing. And you know, that's something that, you know, if we can lean on a bit of your knowledge and ideas and support, it would be incredible. So thank you so much.
That's fine, count me in.
All right, thank you, Annick. Thanks. Next we have Hitenbai. Are you there? Hitenbai, are you on the line? You'll have to unmute yourself.
Yes, I am. Sorry. Yes, I am.
Do you have a video that you can turn on?
Yeah. Can you see me?
There you are. There you are. How are you?
Yeah, I'm okay. Thanks. Yes, thanks.
We've spoken many times, but probably this is the first time we're seeing each other.
Yeah, I think. Well, I have seen your photos, but you probably haven't seen mine. Yeah, this is the first time. It's the first time it's the first time I'm looking at Jessica as well.
Okay, so we've spoken many times. He's been a kind supporter of Go Dharmic's work through the Lions Club of Edgware, I believe, isn't it?
That's right. Yes, yes.
And so this call is a weekly call we have it invite called Making a Difference. And
right.
You know, last couple of weeks ago, you approached us and said, hey, I think it was via Pamben, and you mentioned that you've got these blankets to distribute.
Yes, that's right.
And for me, like, you know, I come from a tradition of Neem Karoli Baba, and
yes.
For me, blankets is very, you know, like that is a sacred item. That is spiritually a very wonderful thing, blankets.
That's right.
So my eyes lit up when I saw blanket distribution. And and those blankets, so I believe in total there was 77 blankets that came, and they tell us about where did it come from, and like, you know.
Yeah, well, you're absolutely right. I am part of the Lions Club of Edgeware setup, but I'm part of other charities which I can quickly mention as well after I finish the Lions Club of Edgeware. What it is, I operate in the homeless and the needy space, effectively with the same space Dharmic is operating in. Yeah, and I have association not with just one charity, but I have association with couple. In some, I bring funding to them. In some, actually, I give my own physical hard work to them. Right, so I'll cover that. So, what specifically talking about blankets is, I need to go back a year ago when in the first lockdown, that I was part of a Lions Club meeting where we wanted to do something for what was then going on. There was a lot of need in the hospitals for PPE and all that. That's where the discussion started. So, but part of that was also me operating part of the homeless and the needy space. I came to know about Dharmic. I hadn't known that through Vinod Bhai Perma, the Arpanam. And I'm connected with Arpanam through my Satya Sai organization connection, right? And he said that the Dharmic want drinks. They are giving food, but do not have drinks. So I was able to bring forward that proposition. I was able to put forward that proposition to Lions Club, who then funded the whole of first lockdown drinks to Dharmic. That's where the association started.
Orange juice, right? Like we had orange juice.
It was all oranges, cartons, mixed drinks, right? So now, then turning the clock really fast forward, is that because I operate in that space, the Lions Club members know I operate in the space. So if there's anything related to it, they come to me. And one of our members' donors, contacts, came and said, look, she, for whatever reasons, don't know the reason, he said, you know what? He said, I want to distribute blankets. And they came to me and they said, can we do that? I said, yes, of course. And the first unit I thought was Dharmic, and I approached Pamban and Hamalbai saying, look, I got blankets. That's where the blankets came. So it's been donated through Lions Club through a contact of one of the members of the Lions Club to you. So I bring forward that funding to Dharmic. Now, as far as the work, I do some sort of work.
Sorry, I can tell you. Sorry, Hitimba, I just wanted to tell you where those blankets went to. On Luton, Dharmic food distribution for the homeless and for vulnerable. Lots of the blankets were distributed, and a lot of them went to international students who are living in a difficult way. So, you know, some of them are staying, 4 people to a room, and they're trying to find a way to get on. So we gave a lot of them to those international students.
Yeah, that's good. So it fulfilled the donors' needs, and it also, you were able to. So in a way, Dharmic, it depends how you look at this.
Oh yeah, there you are.
Yeah. It depends how you look at it. Dharmic was able to do what it wants to do, but the donor was able to do what she wanted to do. So.
And I think that's what I love about what we're all doing together. That Dharmic has kind of become a borderless organization where anybody from any organization can kind of plug in and together to achieve the social objective that we're trying to do. Whether it's the Sai community or whether it's the Lions Club or Tesco's or Greg's, whoever the organization is, we can find a way to make a difference together or to make some social impact together. So Hitimba, I really appreciate your efforts to. Oh, you've gone sideways on my screen now. So yeah, there we are. There we are. One thing I'll ask you is that you've been amazing, Hitimba. I'm just openly saying this. I find you to be somebody who's very careful about the details and following up with things and checking on where things have gone and where they've gone. Like very thorough in your work and in your dealings. For Dharmic is a youth-led organization where we have a lot of young people who maybe just out of college, just new people who are working, who are in that way active. what one piece of advice have you got for the younger members to be as thorough as you are, or as to be as I guess it's conscientious is the word that I'm looking for. Like we might do things and let them be left, but in terms of you, I know that you're somebody who will want to know, where's that gone, how's it gone, where has it worked, and I think that's an admirable skill for getting stuff done. Like when we're taking on so many projects ourselves. So what's that one piece of advice that you would have for our younger members?
My wife will disagree with you. So I don't know whether others got the joke or not. Sorry.
Yeah. Maybe it's more for the charity work you are in that way.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Anyway, so we were glad to be of help. But I do a similar sort of work with other charities. What sort of D does for you? There's a lot of heavy lift. I don't know. I don't know whether other members here know what D who works for Dharmic. Yeah. That's the kind of heavy lifting I do for other charities as well. So
amazing. Well, we're
but for Dharmic,
looking forward to you being lots more involved in the future.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today, Ethan.
No problem.
Thank you, Nick. How are you? Just on mute. There we go.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How are you?
A little under the weather this week, actually, unfortunately. The usual sort of things, children back in school and that, but not too bad, bearing up there. Did you want me to say something now?
I would love for you to share something, and just one of the things that we're going to be doing is that because you've given so many wonderful insights over these last few weeks, we're going to cut out the segments and a little part of it, and then share them separately. So it'll be nice to kind of keep those parts together. So you can share whatever you like, please, Nick. And just one thing before you do is that the 20, just to put it like while we're on the call and we're connected right here, I'll do it openly as it's an open call. 27th of April, we have an opportunity to launch the digital version of the book that we're doing together, the next one. So we're frantically trying to put together the final pieces for the digital version of that, which I'll have another chat with you about some of the pieces around that, and maybe we can do something on the 27th together to kind of share a few words about that and do something nice. So there is some plans in place, but that's that. But please go ahead and share whatever you'd like to with the group.
It's just listening to your conversation with Hiten there, and I think 2 weeks ago when I was last on, there was a question of what's Go Dharmic about? What's its focus? Is it a feeding charity, an educational charity, an environmentalist charity, an animal welfare charity? And the thing was that we had to kind of establish a clearer identity. But I was thinking about that, and I think what Go Dharmic is, it's based on the idea of Sanatan Dharma, and Sanatan means eternal, but it also means universal. I was thinking again, reading in the Mahabharata, Krishna doesn't give a list of things that you must do and things that you mustn't do. He gives principles and precepts such as compassion for all beings, never causing any harm to another living being with your words, your thoughts, or your deeds, being utterly benign in your interaction with the world, principles like that. And then he says, now you must decide how you should act upon them. So in other words, he doesn't give us a specific areas in which to work. He just gives us the core principles, which are Dharma, Sanatan Dharma. And then it's up to us. We have intelligence, we have integrity, and we then find the ways wherever we are, wherever anything comes up, wherever anybody is in need of help or assistance, there's no limits. Go Dharmic can go anywhere and everywhere and provide assistance, because compassion isn't confined to one area of life, it's universal. It goes to every single person, every living being we dedicated ourselves to. So just to that point, Go Dharmic is a universal charity, and Dharma, the principle, isn't confined to any one religious tradition. It's an inherent feature of what it is to be fully human. It's the fullest expression of our humanity for every race, every gender, every religious creed. Dharma is the very essence of what we mean by humanity. So I just thinking about that anyway, listening to what Hiten was saying there, it struck me as saying he moves across. And that's exactly what Go Dharmic does. It just finds opportunities or needs, requirements, and then it applies the principles on which it's based.
And Nick,
Okay.
just one of the conversations we've had recently with a few of our team members is that, you know, in India, specifically, it's interesting that this happens more in India than anywhere else in the world. We get a lot of corporates who may not want to engage with us because of our name, and then they would think that, oh, okay, this is a strictly a religious organization, or it has that element to it. And it's been a conflict probably since the beginning of GD that we've had to face that in India. Nowhere else in the world. In the UK, nobody really cares, or, you know, they see the work that we're doing and then engage only with that. But I wonder if you could, like, you know, because obviously, you know, the philosophical idea is there and we understand that, but from a practical standpoint, how would you explain Go Dharmic to somebody who might be conscious of that particular element? Like, say, for example, we're talking to a company in India, because their initial thing is, I need to be careful here, you know, we are need to be very secularly conscious and careful of how we're interacting with which organization. And I think this is something we need to kind of you know, win their hearts, so to speak, and, you know, open their heart to a different way, that if it's not an English word, like, you know, if Go Dharmic today was called do something good, or, you know, be kind to others, then they would engage with us. But because it's called Go Dharmic, maybe it's the overhang of everything that's secular is English, and you know, there's a certain way of operating in the world that we need to kind of get around. I wanted to get your thoughts on that.
Well, I've said before, Go Dharmic is what it is. It is Dharmic, and I don't, you know, it may be in one area it'd be more practical to change the name, but it's based on clearly established principles, and I'm not keen on the idea of compromising for pragmatic reasons and changing things. But I would just say that Dharma isn't about religion. Dharma is for atheists, agnostics, humanists, communists, hopefully, and people of deep religious faith as well. But it spans the whole divide, because it's about what it is to mean human, to be human. Dharma means originally, philosophically, what it is that makes a thing what it is. So the dharma of the sun is heat and light, like with fire as well. That's its dharma, that's its essential defining nature. So dharma for human beings is compassion, is love, and service to all. And that's what it means to be fully human. And the more we slip away from that, then we lose our humanity. And that's not about any religious belief or any faith or belief in karma, reincarnation, Krishna, Allah. That's just a universal principle that applies to all people at all times and all places. And I think that's what we can explain. But I don't want to surrender the language just under pressure from secularization. I think we always have to. We've started this charity on the basis of our understanding of Dharma. And I think we have to stick through that through all the ups and downs that it goes through, and not chopping and changing. You know, that purity that is the very essence of it is the real potent force that comes through. I know you yourself, Hemel, but we should stick to that principle of purity, and let's go through with it.
I completely agree with you, and I just wanted you to share that, so everybody in the group can actually feel the importance of why it's crucial to stick to what we're doing. Is actually the most universal thing, rather than a narrowing force. Is actually the broadening force, or the most open or universal force that we can have. And I think you articulate that very beautifully, and will always have done. And that's why I think it's important for the others to kind of work that's been going on across the board. I know there's some fantastic work that's been done this week, and a lot of people do want to share. So, Dipendra?
Yeah, hi everyone. Hi Himal. Yeah, so I have two updates. One is from Shape of Future and one is from Feed Everyone. So Shape of Future, as per schedule, we are on the schedule to completing the 6 libraries in Rajasthan. But the team is not well. Today I received the news. They might be positive COVID. Mayank is not feeling well, so he just tested. He'll get the report tomorrow. So yeah, if everything goes fine, then we'll be having the completion of libraries on 15th of April as scheduled. One thing, from Feed Everyone campaign, we had a distribution in Goa yesterday. I received the pictures today itself. The meals was around 50,000 worth of ration we distributed with the help of Gotham. So we facilitated that thing. Mr. Gautam Bora, you may know him. We are doing, distribution in 6 months, 3 months regularly in Goa, especially. So he asked for the help, and we facilitated that thing. So I shared it. I'll share the pictures with he ASAP once I receive all the information, and then we'll tag him and all. Yeah, that is from my side.
Brilliant. Thanks. Stani, how are you?
Yes, I'm very good.
Great. What's the update?
In terms of update, we have a very exciting event coming up, which is next weekend only, which is the vegan cook-along session that we are organizing with Mr. Nilesh. So I hope everyone from here is able to join that, and you'll be able to learn like 3 vegan recipes. So yeah, that's it. And I mean, as UK is coming out of lockdown, India is sort of at a fast pace going towards it. So, I mean, the cases are increasing again and the situation is getting worse. So tomorrow we have planned food distribution or food ration kit distribution that we are going to do here in Ahmedabad. So yeah, that's
Great work. I know you're working incredibly hard. Please keep it up. Yeah, that's exciting to see that the Go Plant-Based campaign is rather than just being a call to action, you guys are really trying to educate people about the nuances of, or how to cook various recipes, because moving at least here in the UK from a largely meat-based diet, from a lot of people will have to understand how to cook various international kind of recipes that are plant-based in nature. I think what's the recipes? Do you know that what he's going to be cooking, Stani?
Yes. So for the main course, it's vegan bao buns, and for salad, it's Thai papaya salad, and there's a dessert as well.
Great. So Stani, you mentioned something funny, like vegan bao buns. Is that something that you've ever eaten before in Ahmedabad? Is that how are you going to get the ingredients to make vegan bao buns?
Yeah, there are some of these ingredients which he has shared, which are practically not available here. So I'm not going to cook anyway. So.
Okay, great. All right. Thanks, Stani. Azra?
Yeah, hi, Herman.
Hi.
Yeah, so things on the CSR side are good. I have been in conversation with 5 to 6 corporates, and things with them are still in the pipeline, but yeah, a few seems positive. And I have also been working on this grant application. It's called Dubai Gives, and yeah, so that's pretty much about it.
Brilliant. You're doing a great job. Keep it up. I'm looking forward to that Microsoft success coming in soon. So hopefully that's looking really good. Keep going. All right. Thanks, Ezra. Nikita, this is Nikita's last day today after 2 years with Go Dharmic. We're going to miss you so much. You've been with us for 2 years, now moving on to different things. still in the charity sector, but we're going to miss you a lot, Nikita. Me especially, as you've been, such a crucial part of us working. I mean, most of you will know that whenever I have something main that I need that needs to be done, Nikita's always been my go-to person. So I'm going to miss you greatly post tomorrow. We're never really going to let you go, to be honest. You know that, right? You're going to have to. We're going to bother you. So endless bothering from everyone here, and you can't leave the community. But how has it been for you for 2 years, and what do you want to share with the group? Today's your last day with GD, officially, unofficially.
Yeah, so today is my last day. It's been a really great experience. Like, I graduated and then came straight into GD, doing marketing, social media. I've been doing finances, I've been doing admin, I've been doing operations, everything. So I think like the past 2 years, I've learned so much and been able to work on some amazing projects with the team, and we've all grown really close and really good friends now. So I won't be leaving completely. I will always be there if you guys need anything, and hopefully I'll be able to attend a few more of the like actual projects in the UK now, in London, the food distributions and stuff, and help out with that as well.
Brilliant. Well, look, we really appreciate having you on board. Everybody's going to miss you, and whenever you get a chance to be out in Ahmedabad as well, like in India, you definitely have to meet up with the team, and we all connect together. So stay close. Great, thank you. Vidhi.
Hi, Himal.
Hi, Vidhi. What's your update for this week?
Yes, my update is majorly on the vegan cook along that we are having next Saturday. That's what it's been out on socials, and so it's for two things: one for go plant based, and another is passively for feed everyone. I would actually actively for feed everyone, because we've been able to raise money along with helping people to learn vegan recipes, and I think that's a great combination. And I'm dropping some links here. That's the registration link and the details about the vegan cook along session that we have it. It's not very expensive to join, and I think it's good if people on this call at least can circulate it in their groups and have more people on it. Are you sure that will be a great experience?
Brilliant. So that will go in the description of the chat, right? Like I think Stanley will add it into the description, and I think we should really use this opportunity for YouTube while we stream this out to everyone who wants to see it. I mean, this can be watched on TVs, it can be watched on laptops and other devices in multiple countries as we stream it out. So whenever people have something significant to share, please do add it in the comments of the YouTube chat so that the rest of the group can also see that and share that news as well. So it could be, donating in a specific region, it could be an event that people are hosting to fundraise or anything of that sort. I think we should really use the YouTube comments section.
Since it's virtual, I think, and in digital space, I think, and if you could be of some help to me, I'll be grateful, and probably I can connect to you over after this call or sometime in the coming week.
Yeah, Annick's on the call. You can reach out to her and make that happen. Thanks, Vidhi. Fiona, I'm so glad to see you on the call. How are you? You're just on mute. Yeah. You're just going to have to unmute, Fiona.
Yeah. Sorry, I was a bit late coming on there. I got caught up doing something else. But yeah, everything's fine up in Glasgow. It's actually very sunny here today. A bit cold, but it's lovely and sunny.
Snowing one day and sunny the next.
Yep, just about. It's usual 4 seasons in one day in Scotland, as usual.
Great. You've been doing an incredible amount of work for Dharmic and together with Dharmic in Glasgow. How's that experience for you, and why do you do it?
Well, I retired last year, late February, with the intention of going travelling and doing all sorts of wonderful things. Then, of course, life changed for everybody, but every holiday we had booked was cancelled, etc. So I thought, well, I better put some good use of my time and do something useful. So I started off doing caring for carers with Martin and delivering to the hospitals. And I suppose I was quite surprised even at that stage about what amount of food was being wasted, what amount of sell-by dates were just utterly ridiculous that food was going to waste. So at least we were able to give it to the hospitals. And then when Martin joined up with yourselves, we obviously were able to expand things a bit and do the George Square and then do the schools as well. And I think it's been an amazing eye-opener for me to see how much the need is there. It's quite horrendous in 2021 in the UK that the need is so great, and how much food we're able to distribute that would otherwise have been wasted or hopefully gone in different directions. But Martin in Glasgow has been superb at organising people, getting free stuff from everybody in their auntie. I don't know how he does it, but he's absolutely inspirational in terms of the amount of stuff he manages to get for the charity. And there's no doubt that the Tuesday night people appreciate what they get. The schools, in Govan on a Thursday, we're generally giving out 70 to 80 bags of food, which have probably got up to 4 meals in the bags. And then we generally have potatoes, carrots and onions that were donated by one of the other charities. We have Social Bite give us packed lunches. So we're doing 100 packed lunches. We've got toiletries that came in from, I think it was Dove originally gave us some toiletries. So it's just absolutely amazing how much stuff, and quite disturbing to see a van full of stuff at 2:30 and by 5 to 3 not having one stick of food left in 25 minutes. It's just quite incredible. And I think the community really appreciate it. The feedback from the schools is that they really appreciate us being there and helping out. It's just really opened my eyes to what we can all do, just a wee bit here and there, and just to help cut down on the amount of waste that's there, and obviously just help people who need that extra wee bit of support.
Yeah, and I think you raise a very interesting point that this is not actually something that always needs funds. Although funds can help grow many areas of the charity and organization, it's actually about just giving our time, right, and coordinating something that's a huge loss that's going into waste, and actually redirecting that towards people who need it, and doing the logistical effort around that actually takes a lot of time, commitment, and care to getting that to the right people. So I think it's not always about, we need donations or we need this. We actually just need people to care and actually say that, well, the super goes to me. How can I collect something from there and distribute it to people who need it? And it's all within a small distance as well, isn't it? Like, it's all happening right in front of their doorstep.
Absolutely.
So you could have a family that.
And some of the supermarkets, in particular Morrison's, have been absolutely first class in donating stuff on a weekly basis. And Lidl have been good too. Tesco's, hand, Marks and Spencer's. There's really is a collective. There's a will to do something, which is good. They're willing to do it. We're willing to collect the stuff, and we're willing to distribute it again. And it just makes such a difference to know that that's not just going into the nearest bin and it's just being complete and utter waste, which is just shocking.
Oh, Fiona, you've been absolutely inspirational, and to know that somebody who's retired like yourself doing this work so actively. And we had conversations, didn't we, when the rate of COVID was going up, and your at-risk age group, then considering that, but you still went and said, look, I'm going to do the distributions, I'm still going to continue, and you a little bit of risk, but you led from your heart. You tried to be careful and do that. So absolutely inspirational. And to know that as somebody who's just retired, doing that work, working alongside a young boy who was 16 when he started, and 17, younger people and elder people and all different age groups doing service together. It's absolutely a dream come true for me, and I can't say anything other than that. I'm in awe of everything that you've been doing. So
thank you.
I'm glad you came on today, and we're able to share that story. And if anybody wants to volunteer in Glasgow, we're always looking for young people.
Absolutely, you're more than welcome. Once Nicola Sturgeon allows you over the border, you're more than welcome.
We're going to come and give you a social distance hug as soon as she lets us in.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, great.
Indeed.
I think next we have Sunil or Gail? I don't know if any of them are on the line though.
Heli. Sunil had to leave.
Okay. Hi, Heli. Heli's got a lot of work to do at the moment. How are you doing? Heli, are you there? Heli's screen, I think, is frozen. Yeah, there you are. You have to unmute. I think we're having some net issues with Heli. Okay. Heli, we'll come back to you if that's okay. Perhaps Iqbal Bhai? Iqbal Bhai, you're able to unmute your phone? Okay, I'm going to move swiftly on.
Heli's back, Hemel.
Sorry?
Heli is
Heli,
back.
are you there?
Yeah, Hemal, I'm there. Yeah.
Oh, hi, Heli.
Sorry, the electricity had gone, so it was.
No problem, no problem. I've heard of a few power cuts going on across India today in various places. Happens to the best of us. You're running the Good Karma store. What's the update? There's lots of stuff going on.
Yeah, so in reference to the online store, we have uploaded the elephant heads product this week, and we are coordinating for the Bright Spark products. And I have uploaded the legal policies for our store on the online side, and we have also purchased the payment machine. RT has received it today, and we are in the process of changing the domain name now. Yeah.
Great. So that's very much technical stuff in terms of elephant head or that, but give everybody on the call some kind of flavor as to what that actually means. Like what are the Bright Sparks products, for example? What does that mean?
Okay, so in reference to Good Karma store, we are going to sell the second-hand clothing, Asian clothing, which are very nice, branded clothes, and we are going to sell them at a very slash price, and the 100% proceedings of that goes to Go Dharmic charity. And the elephant head products are home decor products. So these are the products made by the artisans in India, and they are being sold. Then basically, elephant head provides a platform to artisans in India and sells their products online. So now we are going to provide a platform to those artisans as well, and we are going to. So we will be helping them, as well as the proceedings will go to Go Dharmic charity.
Brilliant. Well, you're doing a great job straight out of college to kind of run that. It's an entire operation in and of itself. Believe me, it's a big job, and running. So this is going to be for everyone. Good Karma is kind of a store opportunity. It's a shop, but actually takes products from vulnerable people who are trying to make their careers. Maybe a female entrepreneur in India who produces a handicraft product. And we will sell that in Hampstead High Street or in Slough or online and try and generate revenues for them to buy their products and support those low-income families. And then at the same time, promote circular purchasing. So, for example, a furniture piece, somebody could, rather than just throwing away an old piece of furniture, we throw away, like everything is so single use at the moment, and then throw away maybe a piece of furniture goes into the Good Karma store. We can actually clean it up and make it ready and of a better condition, and somebody will purchase that. So it's all about that concept of reuse, environmental conscious purchasing, and supporting those people. And 100% of any proceeds goes towards Go Dharmic's work. And the shop is free as well, by the way. We don't pay any rent for the location. There's volunteers manning the stores. So it's a wonderful all-round initiative to try and help people. It's a real cooperative effort about helping the community. So looking forward to that. Great. Okay, I'll try Iqbal Bhai one more time. Let's see if we've got it.
Yes, can you hear me now?
I can Iqbal Bhai. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. 3 questions. One is that the library project, due to the virus at the present moment, we need to know when somebody donates a library, a rough location where it is. They don't want, if you donate something, they need to know. That's specify Rajasthan or Gujarat exactly where they want it, because sometimes they say Rajasthan, they say Gujarat, we say no, Gujarat is not possible. We got it Rajasthan. If we could just specify a couple of areas exactly, like I just donated 4 libraries to my family. Now, what my daughter asked for and what came back was something different, but that doesn't make any difference to me. I'm just generally saying that if we're sending out letters to corporate companies, we have to be very careful, because if they're going to donate, they need a specific place.
Sure.
So
we
if we
do
can
have
just
pinpoint
ask the
locations.
team in India.
Yeah. I think we need to kind of just check in on that. We have specific pinpoint locations for every one of the libraries. Dipendra, perhaps you could comment on that. What was the communication?
So Himal, we do have all pinpoint location of all 900 libraries. 900 libraries which we are developing is in Rajasthan state. Azra already communicated with the email with various CSR channels. She is promoting this thing. She is sharing the location as well with the whosoever want to contribute, something like that. So yeah, so we are sharing. We know where we want to develop the library. So we have the clear cut this agenda and the SOP, how to and where to and how much time it will take. So we have everything on
That's
file.
okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. This is just a suggestion which I was just thinking about. Hemel, where are we?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hemel, another question is that the discussion regarding a global Go Dharmic. Yes, definitely global it is. Ramadan is coming from Monday. It's starting. You have to be, we're sending out food packages for the children. Just generally discussing that Ramadan is coming. What do you do at that time? You need to update in your kitchen where they're making the food.
So in terms of outreach, we definitely do put out messages and say that this is a time where a lot of people are donating and giving and serving, and if they wanted to help in that way. When specific to the kitchens, what do you mean?
What kind of food are we sending out for the kids in school? We're sending out Indian food, or we're sending out pasta. What are we sending out? Because a lot of children, especially in Luton and these areas, they'll be fasting. So you have to look at it in both ways.
Sure.
The meal plan.
Generally, like for the school families, it's food packs that they receive, so they consume the foods when they are at home at their time. So
That's fine.
Yeah. So for the schools and the families, in that way, they normally receive food packs, and then they can consume them at their own timing. So if they're
okay,
fasting.
Good. Another question. This is just a general idea. Because you're saying globally, can you have something like a billboard, especially in Luton, that what is Go Dharmic? It's a global charity organization. A billboard we can open up the eyes, people walking on the road. Yes, we do it digitally, we're doing everything on the telephone, on the iPad, but people standing around looking at a poster saying Go Dharmic, congratulations, or Mubarak for the month of Ramadan. This will emphasize that this is a full global organization. Sure. This is what we used to do in our own company when TRS was there, that we are a global company. We're not a one Asian company, we're a global company. And that highlights a lot of features.
So where we've currently been with things like that, Iqbal, is we have never spent any money on it. So it might be something, for us to consider deeply and to go into detail, but absolutely we would put that message out on social media and on those channels for sure, like we did for Easter, or we do for Eid, or we do for Diwali.
That's good. Yes, that's fine. That's fine.
but we don't pay for the billboard space or something. Now, if somebody wants to donate that space and say, hey, we love what you're doing, we want to share that message from their heart, and they want, like the store, Hampstead Shore, we could have rented a charity shop, but somebody donated the empty shop and let us use it. We use it in that way. So we don't take the money that we want to give for the meals and do it. So as far and as wide as possible, we rely on the gift of love and compassion of people who want to give that space. And I don't really want to get too much into spending on advertising and so on personally, and I think trustees will agree in that way. If it's really strategic and we think that it can make a difference, but as far and as wide as possible, I think that people will one day give us all these platforms for free to escalate our message.
That's okay, fine. That's good. That's good.
Thank you, Baba. Rambai, are you on the line?
Yeah, sorry, I'm in the car again. Yeah, no, it's good. What's happening this week? Not a huge amount, just continuing with the Human Kindness Cafe. We've had a number of calls, getting the designs and the layouts all sorted out. We've got another call this afternoon on the marketing. So we've got a marketing company doing all the branding, and hopefully I'll have some videos and things to show you in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, it's all good.
Yeah. Well, I think we've lost him there.
Sorry, yeah. Hemel, what's happened with the sanitizers?
The latest with the sanitizer is that now we've handed over the addresses and everything for the company L'Oreal to kind of manage, and then now they're doing their internal final checks and so on before they will give us indication of distributions and so on. So we have a couple of sites. After this call, I'm heading to a new site that we have, the Watford School that's been given to us. I'm going there at 2:30 today. And it's a wonderful 35,000 square foot school that's been donated for us to use while it's empty. So hopefully that will be the main point initially. But Rambai, I'm conscious that I still owe you lots of documents for good stuff. But as you can see, been about. So I'm a little bit hiding from you because I need to send you some stuff. But it's high on my priority list to give you some. Things to move forward. We've got some wonderful work to do together, and I think these the sanitizer thing threw me off a little bit this last period, and I've just been kind of working hard on that, but we've got a few bits to come back to you on, so looking forward to coming back.
All right, good. All right, thank you.
Take care. Sakshi, welcome to Go Dharmic.
Hi, sir.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Sakshi, I read a message that you posted on LinkedIn recently. What was that? And you've just joined recently. Could you just explain what that was about? And you've just joined recently and come out of other work, and you saw Go Dharmic on social media or something. I'd love to hear that story.
Yes, definitely. So as you know, I'm conducting my summer internship program, and we were looking for internship, but then I was not very satisfied with the corporate thing. So I was not really looking forward to working in a corporate. And then suddenly one day I saw a post about a person who was involved in the social activity. And then I thought, like, this is what I want to do right now. Like, this is what I should be doing right now. So that's how I joined Go Dharmic. For serving to the underprivileged kids like that.
Look, I really appreciate you joining us and choosing, rather than to join a corporate firm, you're looking to work with somebody like Go Dharmic, where you can, have a more balanced approach to all of the things that you're working on. So I appreciate you joining, and I hope you have a good experience. And
yes, definitely. In fact, you know what? When last Friday, this was my very first Make a Difference call, and I'm a person who's very fond of listening to podcasts because I think it's a great way to gain knowledge about new things. But after our first call, like last Friday, I literally told my father that I don't need to listen to podcasts now. This is more than enough for me. Like, I have literally never worked in an organization which is so interactive and very creative. So I'm really glad to join Go Dharmic.
I appreciate you saying that. We'll keep trying, and try to, and any ideas that you've got of how we can, like, you're going to be much better than us at coming up with ideas for increased creativity and using technology to reach more people and to do more work together. So looking forward to working with you.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Sakshi. Trishika, hi.
Sorry, Hemal, Trishika had to drop off. She has another class to attend. We should be going to Devran.
This is our longest ever call today. I'm just going to go. Savanbhai, are you on?
Yes, I'm on. I'm driving as well, but I've just parked up. So quick update from Northampton. Obviously, we're getting out 11 Hanuman Chalisas this Sunday before we give the site back. So we're giving it back with positivity. The hunt is also on for other sites to use. Somebody's linked me up with one estate agent, and I've got to view a potential site on Monday, which is in the Market Square. So that's great visibility. And obviously the service continues as normal. The word is going out, and it's obviously all the users are very appreciative of it in Northampton. So we continue to grow. And we also had a radio interview that's gone out sometime this week about our 3 months and where we've reached so far. So that was a bonus as well.
Brilliant. Thanks, Savanbhai. Laris, are you on? Laris, are you there? Okay, I'll move on. Ayushi. Ayushi, you're on mute.
Yeah.
There you are.
Hi, everyone. Hope you're all having a good week. So this week, from my end, I kind of worked on a few blogs in tandem with the Sahil, Stani, Jessica, and all. And there were a few blogs, like the one on veganism, and like how it's reaching the tipping point and how it's becoming the new fad, the new normal. People are turning more and more people are turning vegan. So I kind of tried and highlight that a bit. The second one was on volunteering and the importance of volunteering and community serving, how you can, what are the benefits of serving others and how it can help you mentally, physically, both ways. Next was on sustainable fashion, like with the Good Karma store in mind. So how again that is also becoming the latest fashion, and people are realizing, like, your normal t-shirts, your normal tees are normally take like a century to decompose and recycle. So people are turning more into slow fashion and slow clothing. That's picking up really fast. The next one was on community library and community libraries, from particularly focusing on our Shape the Future campaign. So how that's through these libraries, we are providing the underprivileged and the not so privileged kids the freedom for a more easily accessible, free of cost, safe and secure space for learning and growing. And the last one I worked on was on learning spaces, particularly in rural Rajasthan. So like Rajasthan, for most of us, as we know, it's a like a glorious, it's known for its glorious heritage. But then there's also a sad part to it, like about the literacy rate, and the facilities there are a bit deficient in terms of no books, no infrastructure. Excuse me, no infrastructure, or probably lack of toilets, something of this sort. So how we can, we as an organization, we are doing a bit in towards that as well. So yeah, that was more of it from my end.
Brilliant. I actually like, just even from that short update, people can see how much you've been engaging. And like I would say, since we started Go Dharmic, I would probably say, like, we can't keep up with the amount of things that are going on to write about them and share with people. And you've been doing that, and it's amazing to have you on board. And great to know.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're moving to America, right? Like, you're moving to Colorado.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So off to get married and move to the US.
Right.
And will you be helping Go Dharmic from the US? Like, what's your plan?
Yes, definitely. I'll take it. I'll take it to the next level, and probably, once I settle down, I'll probably start the groundwork also. And apart from my writing, like that, I'll anyways continue. Continue doing that, but also take down the groundwork, getting down to work there.
Brilliant.
Getting a community of people there, and doing all sorts of work that we do normally do in India and London.
Oh, great. Well, we've got the US registered charity now for Go Dharmic, so looking forward to you being
Yes, definitely.
And helping.
Definitely.
Brilliant. Thanks, Ayushi, and good luck with the
you.
wedding and for moving.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hi, Laris. How are you?
Hey all, I'm good. How are you?
Great, thank you. You've been working hard on the website and the app and everything else. What's the update from the technical perspective?
Yeah, for technical perspective, we just planning for some more enhancement in basis of this social media sharing and all this part. So that we are already makes a lot of changes regarding the social campaigns as well as this blog page, single blog page. But still we are planning for the implementation of all campaigns into the mobile application, as we already created every campaign page for the mobile phone. So just posted over the Slack, as well as we are planning or some optimization with the speed optimization as well as in the performance of the website. So right now we are working on that particular part.
I think it's really important what you're doing there, and the fact that people now, like 70% of people who use the internet are using it via their mobiles. So
Yeah.
we also have to make Go Dharmic mobile accessible via the app, and such that people who are doing food distributions communicate via the mobile, use the app, and use the fastest and quickest means of communicating and uploading information. So, like Rambai donated the electric van recently. That act can go onto the website and people can share and know about it. So I think it's really important. And what about the blog side as well? You're working on a migration of that technology part as well, right? Like for moving things to WordPress or a different platform at the moment, right?
Yeah, actually we are already planning on it. So we just set up some base structures by this weekend, and from the next week we can start on some designing and development part for the blog migration. So after that we can plan and hopefully by the next weekend we can ready for everything in the related to blog with the WordPress.
Great. I'm a big believer that technology, using the internet, using all these tools for Go Dharmic's work is really important, and looking forward to growing it. I'm just going to speak to 2 more people, and then apologies if I've missed anyone because we've been going for a long time today. Deborah Brata.
Hey, good morning. Hey, everyone. From next week, we will distribute more than 350 ration food kit for the orphans for 3 months. And apart from this, this week we meet a person who is the first Indian civilian who climbed Mount Everest, and so many awards he received from our PM and President of India. So he will join our feeding project, same as a Go Green campaign in Kolkata. And also his name.
About the football, Deborah, could you share about the football thing? I was pleased to see Go Dharmic football team winning some matches in Kolkata. What was that?
Yeah, actually, I'm a little bit upset about that matter because we lost in semi-final. The score is 2-1. Go Dharmic score 1 and they scored 2. So a little bit upset, but our team literally play very, very good, and so many people they are fan of our team, like a big team. There is a big team, Dalmia Cement. That team, some manager of the team come to me and find out the name of the defender. Actually, he take that defender in his team, So it's really, and one more thing is there is only 3 and 4 GT volunteer will be there in the ground, but after 1 or 2 game winning, so many people is in our side and they enjoy our game, and they know about what is GT, what is the GT team, what about the GT, Dharmic means what is Dharmic. So literally, and so many people understand me on the ground, also player, they like our Facebook page. That's all.
Brilliant, brilliant. Well, keep going, doing great job, and it's great news that the food distribution is going to go on for 3 months. I'm looking forward to seeing the kitchen space and all of those big pots that you're preparing for food distribution in Calcutta. Hopefully, it can turn to thousands of meals. So it's wonderful.
Sure.
What you're doing. Great. All right, guys. I think that's everybody. It's a long call today. Probably from next week, we'll try and sharpen the call a little bit just to make it a 2 or 3 minute quick updates and get around the call, but it's great. And please do look out on the YouTube channel. What we'll try and do is cut short segments, so like wonderful things that Nick is sharing and other guests who are sharing some significant things for us to hold on to and to share in a shorter way where people can just watch in 2 minute, 3 minute bites. We'll share those as well. So please do look out for those and share those and be in touch. Thank you, everyone. Have a great weekend. Take care.